Alright, we are live. Welcome to Legends of the Borderlands. I am your Dungeon Master, Mondo. And with us is Carlos.
Hello, everyone.
Diego.
How's it going, guys?
Gavin.
Hey, hey.
Michael.
Howdy.
And Justin.
How goes it?
Oh, man. We're talking about all sorts of great stuff.
How to make self bidets?
Yeah. We're planning ahead for the pandemic. Oh man, but we are gonna play some D&D tonight because this is the safest way to play D&D is online.
That's
true.
That's true.
safest way, and you get to include the most people you can.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I think we're going to start making our campaign a lot more topical. There's a certain virus going around in the Borderlands now.
Oh man.
Oh, by the way, Carlos isn't in here.
Oh, and there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're on the game.
Roll 20, man.
That's easily fixed.
So yeah, we're gonna try and forget about the coronavirus for a little while and play some D&D until
Somebody coughs.
right, and until
That's why
people
we're
start getting
doing
sick and dropping dead all around you in the Borderlands. Yes, we're
Hmm.
gonna make it topical.
It's infected our game. Shit.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not gonna freak out until I start seeing people like skin start peeling off their face from it. Then I'll freak out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Once it's a flesh-eating virus, then I'll freaking freak out.
There you go.
Those are terrifying.
Yep.
All right. The first thing we're gonna do is I am gonna deal you guys out an inspiration card.
Yay. How often do we get these?
At least once a session, maybe more if like I've been particularly inspired.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna give you an extra inspiration card for that. But
Yay.
yeah, and remember you can hold up to 5. So who wants to bring us up to speed with what happened the last time on Legends of the Borderlands?
What happened last time?
What did happen the last time?
Okay, we mostly did town cleanup stuff. We reported
We
to
got drunk.
to the
And
person. We got drunk.
We shared.
We started heading to another town to talk to a high bishop or some sort of religious figure to find more information.
Yeah, because those goblins that have been raiding the Borderlands, they actually crossed the border into Lotcairn and attacked the town of El Hillo. And it seemed like they were searching for something, especially around the old church there. So, McNea, I can't remember her rank. She has a rank, though. Is she a major?
Yeah, I think it was major.
Yeah, she's very concerned with some of the information that you gave her, like about that Sinky, that hobgoblin lady that turned into a giant bat creature.
Mm-hmm.
She is very disturbed. So yeah, so she's hoping to get a little more information. And then on the road, you were accosted.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we were attacked on.
Yeah, by a bunch of bandits who had stolen some uniforms from the local army. Well, 3 of them did. The rest of them were just hiding in the bushes with crossbows and stuff. But you made short work of it.
And some retreated.
Yes. Yeah, they once once a bunch of them were dead, they were just like, yeah, no, we're out of here. And Warren has a sword that might be making him a little bloodthirsty. That might need some looking into. Unless you dig it, unless you dig it. In which case,
It's kind of a nice little twitch to a paladin, right?
Mm-hmm. And that was the sword you got from that that king, that royal
The Viking
person.
king.
Yeah, the Viking king that was in his crypt there.
Well, his spirit could still be attached to it and angry and vengeful.
Possibly.
They could have the virus.
Well, I'm just gonna go with from one of my favorite books I'm reading. It's a spirit and bound into the weapon. Eventually, it's gonna start talking to me and tell me its name.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna tell you to stab people, just little bitty bits, just so the virus gets in them.
What book is this? I'm so curious now.
Critical Failure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's on my list of things to check out.
It's so good, dude.
There was this great I forget who wrote it even, but there was this great book about all these like magic swords. I can't remember what it was called or who wrote it. I'll look into it and I'll bring it up next time.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys are continuing on to El Hilo, and it's still daytime. You guys figure you'll probably get there by late afternoon. Did you guys take a short rest or anything after the fight?
I don't think we did.
Does anyone need to? Or are you guys like? Is anyone hurt?
I mean, I'm a little hurt, but I'm not like badly hurt. I don't think I'm like need a rest hurt.
Okay.
Let me see. Hold on.
Trying to find my character.
I apparently look good.
I'm good. I mean, I'll keep warm, but I'm good.
You only recover points after a long rest, right?
You can.
No, you can
spend
use a
hit
heal
point.
die on a
Yeah.
short.
Mm-hmm.
I actually never lost health, so I'm good.
Okay.
I did lose some health. I wouldn't mind taking a short rest. If not, I guess we can move on.
Can I just do cure wounds on him?
Sure.
Ooh.
Well, which one of you needs it more?
I'm at 18 out of my 25. What are you at?
I'm at 11 out of 17.
I say
Okay, yeah.
11 out of 17 is more important.
How do I do it? How do I do it?
Oh, you could just click the.
I am, but it's not setting anything to the thing.
Oh.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm stupid.
Problem solved.
Okay, cast at what level? I'm assuming 1.
Yup.
Yep.
Oh.
Is that 6 points?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I used a spell slot. I didn't know that. Oops.
Yup.
Oh, I never use it anyway, so whatever.
Thank you. That actually brought me up to speed just perfect.
Who's ready to go wreck people?
Yeah. Wreck people.
Do this.
Turns into I swing my sword. I swing my sword harder.
Oh, I need to adjust this map size, I think, so that it fits. It doesn't fit. Problem with some of these maps. Okay, there we go.
On an unrelated note, I should find out about my job tomorrow if I got this one new one.
Cool.
Nice.
All right, so you guys spend the rest of the day on the road. Nothing untoward happens. Shush. Baby, stop it. Jeez. Early evening, you arrive in the town of El Hilo from the north. You see, you come in like from the northern end of town. It is a small town. There are no walls. There are people, wrapping up their business, going home. There's some taverns and inns and stuff, and people are just they're just generally like kind of chilling out. They're getting ready to end the day. Hush you.
I'd say we'd probably find somebody that looks official, like maybe a town guard or something, and ask where this one church or whatever would be.
Yeah, there's a you see a guard as you guys are like approaching like the town proper. There are a couple of guards by the road. As you get closer, you also notice that a lot of these buildings have like sustained some damage. Not a lot, but like there's some of these buildings are definitely set on fire and probably quickly put out. But there is a guard kind of giving you guys the eye. You are you're traveling with Diego. With
No,
Diego
yeah.
Alabaxis.
I know that only Alabax is a problem, not the huge orc.
Well, I mean, you saw how my guy looks. Think about this point, he's like, as they got closer to town, he would have like his cotton. Well, he'd have like that one thing on, like that fur coat, like ish thing, or fur vest, or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean,
His nice pants, his nice looking sword.
yeah, I mean,
This is not just some orc, sir.
Yeah, I mean, the lizard folk and the orc, without Alabaxis, they might raise some eyebrows, and they probably did it first. But then they see Alabaxis with that mask, and they're just like, "Oh, what is this?" In fact, that's pretty much what this guard says as you start to approach. He kind of like steps in front of you, not like menacingly, but just like, kind of just like, "Hang on here a second," and he's just like, "What's all this then?"
I step up with it. Don't worry, good sir. We come in official business, and I show the scroll.
Let me see that. He takes it. He opens it up. He reads it. He's like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, well, I mean, this seems like it's all proper and good, so, is there anything I might be able to assist you with?
I don't know, guys. What do you think?
I mean, only thing I can think is like, unless it's like a landmark we can clearly see, we might want to ask him where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't see like anything that looks like definitively like a church from like where you guys are, but
All right. So you do then we do this. So we've never been in your town before, and we need to know where the church is.
oh, the church, right? It's on the other side of town. If you just head on straight through, if you take this road here, go through the plaza, just keep going down the road on the other side, and it's a little bit out of the town proper in a field.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Then I guess we're off.
Yep, we're off to see the wizard.
Okay.
As all of our characters grab hands in a line and skip merrily forward.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. As you guys go through town, yeah. Again, I mean, you see that like definitely something has happened here. There is some, there's some damage. There are the bodies of some like goblins, like here and there, that people are still like cleaning up, or like they've like hung the corpses like from the from like poles and such, like near the edge of town. As if like to warn like other goblins who come into town, like this will happen to you if you bother us. Don't even think about it. Going through the plaza, like yeah, you see there is an inn. Over here. Let's see. So mark an inn.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we realized, Mondo.
Yeah.
The stream is on starting soon. I'll see.
Wait, what's up? What's up?
The stream is on the wrong scene on OBS.
No, it's not.
Not?
No, it's not. I see it and I can
Oh,
hear
okay,
it.
okay, yeah. Not. Apparently, my Twitch is acting weird.
Oh, yeah. I was hosting something before. Sometimes it needs to refresh, like or it could have just been acting weird too. Yeah, just in general.
Yeah. From my side, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So the inn here is called the Twice Broken Cup, whatever that means. And you know, you hear people like inside laughing, singing, talking, etc.
Okay, nice.
You continue on through town, and then yeah, as you get about here, you can see the church in the distance there. Let me change the color of my pings to something a little brighter. There we go. That's a little brighter. Yeah, so there's definitely a church there.
It's so small.
Alrighty.
As you approach the church, it seems dark. All of the windows are dark. The door appears to be closed, but to be sure, it looks like something or someone has attacked this church. Probably the goblins that we keep talking about. The door, like there's a couple of broken windows. The door looks like it's been hit quite a bit with something heavy. There's some some visible fire damage on the outside, although it does not look like that anything on the inside of the church burned. Like it doesn't look like it was engulfed in flame or anything. Like maybe they were throwing
Okay.
Goblin style Molotov cocktails at the walls that quickly went out or something.
Yeah, more so like attempted burning. Yeah. I got you. Alrighty.
Yeah, it is all dark.
I guess at this point, I'm gonna say Rasham opens like whatever door or big door he sees, and then goes, "Hello."
The door is barred, probably from the inside.
I guess at that point, Rasham would knock and be like, "Hello."
There is no answer.
Is there a way we can see through one of the windows?
Yeah, I mean the sun's going down, and there doesn't seem to be anything lit inside. But looking through the windows, you can see there is a there's enough light. You can see a bunch of pews. Some of them seem to have been knocked over. There is a large statue at the far end of the sun god Palor. And it just looks like a typical kind of church. There's like a big altar and stuff. It looks like, but generally it looks like just a general kind of churchy church.
So he doesn't see any figures or anything?
There's nobody moving at the moment now.
Maybe it's closed right now. Maybe if we come tomorrow morning, there'll be people.
Actually, like
How would
just
it be
that idea,
barred
like
from the
about like what
inside?
time. I know you said like early afternoon. Do you know, or
Well, it's
early
like-
evening?
Yeah, it's early evening. I would say it's probably like if we were to drop a time on it, like a literal time, I would say the time is like probably like 7.
Okay, yeah, he's probably at home or whatever then.
Should the church be his home though?
I mean, I don't know.
Looking at it, it doesn't appear that there's like a what do you call it? A separate dwelling on the church. I mean, there may be rooms in the church that he might live in, but there doesn't seem to be like any sort of like what do they call those buildings like off the sides of churches that the priests live in? There's a name for them. I don't remember what it's called, but it doesn't have one of those things. But again, I mean, he could have a room inside the church.
I say I go with the vote of we try tomorrow. It's like we know of a inn in town, and if there's an inn, there's probably a tavern.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Just coming down.
I still haven't got over my hangover from last night. This is gonna be fun.
All right. So you guys head back to the Twice Broken Cup. And it seems like a pretty cool. It seems like a pretty cool establishment. The folk are, having a good time, hanging out, drinking, eating, making merry. Some of them are definitely talking about like goblins. Oh yeah, sure. I killed 5 of those gobos myself. I was so brave. I was in my cups and everything, and I couldn't see straight, but I still, oh.
I think like as it's going on, like if there's like a particular table doing that, if like Rasham overhears, I think he would walk over to the table and be like, "Did you say goblins?"
Oh, it's a big, yeah, town was attacked by goblins just a few days back. It was pretty exciting.
Exciting.
Do you have any idea where they came from?
Oh, come from out the Borderlands, right? It's like, until the king like reclaims all this territory, anything goes out there. But we've never had them come in to the borders of Lochcairn before, especially here. I mean, there's nothing in El Hilo for any gobos to want to take. Doesn't seem quite worth the risk. I mean, we're all pretty strong, capable folks, but. Yeah, but come from out the Borderlands. They did. I guess is the short answer.
Well, you have a good day then, sir.
No, you have a good day, my green friend.
And then he's like, "No, you."
No, I'll have a good day.
Sounds like a plan.
Rasham like just freezes up at that moment.
And he just like he picks up like this big flagon of whatever it was he's drinking with 2 hands and just drinks some more of it. His friends give him like a weird look, like what a weirdo.
Alrighty, Rasham walks back off and joins back up with everybody.
One of the barmaids approaches you like she's like, "There's still a couple of tables left if you'd like to take a seat. Don't stand around gawking now. Can I get you something to drink?"
Oh, so yes, a pint of ale, please.
Ale, we've got great ale.
That'll be fine.
Rasham would just be like, "Any local specialties?"
Oh yeah, the great ale is a local specialty. We brew it here right in town using all local ingredients, including the blood oranges we grow in the grove.
Rasham would be like, "Ooh, that does sound nice.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
take
real
one of
nice.
those."
Excellent. We've got rabbit stew tonight, and of course, there's always chicken. And I think the special vegetable of the day is broccoli, and we put some we got some grated cheese we put on that if you're hungry for a meal. It all comes with bread.
I'll take a stew, please.
All right.
I'll take a stew as well.
I'll take a stew.
Stew sounds delicious.
Stew all around then. Fantastic. I'll be right back with your stew. Just have a seat. I'll bring you ales. And some of the town folk watch. Are you guys going to take a table?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the town folk are giving you guys some odd glances, but nothing that seems like overtly hostile or anything. But just like just like look at these strangers. You notice that there are not like a lot of adventuring types in this town. It seems more like more of a farming community.
Oh, I gotcha.
Farmers and tradesmen and the like. So they probably don't see a lot of well-armed, dangerous-looking folk. The barmaid comes back with your ales. She sets them all down. She's just let me know if you need anything else. Your food will be out shortly.
Ah. I can't wait to eat.
Yeah, eventually they bring the food out. An old man approaches the table as you guys like start to eat. He's a little bent over and stuff, and he's just like, "So, passing through?"
We have business here in town.
Oh, business in town. I see. What sort of business do you find gentlemen have in town?
I joined the group. I said, we do something at the church.
Oh, the church. I see. Are you mercenaries? Swords for hire?
You could call us that, I suppose.
I see. Are you staying here at the inn, or are you camped outside the town?
We just arrived in town, so we might just get a room here in the inn.
Oh, I see. My name is Gregory. I kind of keep an eye on things around the town, if you will, sort of like an unofficial mayor. Everybody loves me. So if there's anything I can do to assist you and maybe make your lives a little easier here in town, just let me know.
Actually, yes. Would you mind telling us who's in charge of the church and where we could find such a person? We are looking for some information about that.
Oh, the person in charge of the church. That'd be Brother Roger.
Brother Roger, and where would we find him?
He wasn't at the church?
He was not.
Church
Oh. Not entirely for sure. The door was barred.
Well, he could be just about anywhere then, couldn't he? I mean, I suppose, quite a few people were hurt, and some were killed in the goblins' assault upon our fine little town. He could be ministering to families of the deceased, or trying to heal some of the people who were grievously injured.
Oh.
Okay.
Is there like a local doctor's office or anything he might be at for this?
No, I expect he'd just be wandering around, word of mouth, like, so-and-so's husband was killed by a goblin arrow, so he's over there ministering to that particular widow and any potential children that are now fatherless, or, you know,
Ah.
maybe went over to like the miller's house where he heard that the miller got beat up pretty good by a hobo.
By hobgoblin?
Yeah, there were a few of those those hobos. Yeah, they came in with the goblins. Not as many. They were mostly goblins, but there were a few of those hobos. A couple of those hairy hobos too.
Did any of them tend to be female?
Well, how would you know? Not that I noticed. But I mean, to be honest, I wasn't. And he kind of like points at his like his frail body, and he's just like, I just kind of laid low and watched from out a window. There's nothing much I could do against these goblins and hobos and all that. So, if there were any female gobos or hobos or the hairy ones, someone else might have seen them.
Ah.
Pleasure. But yeah, if we could figure out where this priest is, I am a man of the faith myself, a healer. I could assist your town in recovering.
Oh, they'd probably appreciate that. I mean, if he wasn't there tonight, you might try. You might try in the morning. I'm sure he'd be busy cleaning up in the morning once he's done ministering to the sick and grievously imperiled.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I just bow my head.
And as I said, if there's anything I could do to make your stay here a little more comfortable, just let me know.
Will do.
What did I say?
Is this rabbit's? Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Is this rabbit stew any good, Gregory?
Oh yeah, the rabbit stew here is fantastic. It's the best in town. Of course, it's probably the only rabbit stew you'd be able to buy in town, unless you went to someone's house and asked to pay for some of the rabbit stew they might be making for their family, should that be on the menu at that particular domicile tonight.
Well, we got a new goal, guys. We walk from door to door asking for
That's for rabbit soup.
Pardon me, are you making rabbit stew tonight?
Here's the thing: do we do it as a group, or do we split up into teams to see who finds the rabbits?
Everybody, bring a flare with you. Throw it in the air. We'll run to the rabbit stew.
You
Try to figure out
inadvertently,
who has the best rabbit stew.
exactly. Yeah, you inadvertently cause the town to have a rabbit stew cook off.
Might get their minds off of the goblin killing.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the food is good.
Okay, this is gonna sound weird,
Yeah.
but I kind of want to see if I can try something like this, where my guy knows cooking a little. Can he perhaps like roll something to see how much of the recipe he can figure out, like outside of the obvious part of like the rabbit?
I'm pretty sure there's rabbit in this.
Yeah. Give me a roll with your cooking tool skill.
Alrighty.
When it asks you like what skill to use, whatever's higher, wisdom or intelligence.
Let me see. Wisdom is 0, intelligence is -2.
Let's go with the wisdom.
Oh God.
Oh, damn! It would have been really good.
So aside from the basic ingredients that you could figure out, there is definitely some sort of like herbs and spices that you just can't put your finger on. It's like they're probably kind of familiar, but you're like, I don't know what it is.
Alrighty, fair enough. My guy will figure out, like, he'll have, like, a list of recipes by, like, the end of this. I'll be, like, Breath of the Wild or something. I'll have all sorts of stuff to cook.
You guys could open up some sort of stronghold and have a restaurant within it.
I have, like, this whole idea in the future that if it ever comes into play, like, if we're ever in a town and we need, like, information within the town, I'm gonna do, like, a whole cooking kitchen for, like, the homeless and just see if I can get information.
That's not a bad idea at all. That's a pretty good idea. It's definitely a pretty good idea.
Eventually, that'll come into play.
Yeah. All right. So what would you guys like to do? It is getting darker out.
Well, obviously, it's too late to search for the guy, so I guess our characters could possibly try to get some early bed. That way, we can start to search pretty early tomorrow.
Take a nice rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Made another bowl of rabbit stew. No, I'm joking.
Oh my God, we gotta go to the house.
Let's rabbit stew search.
The barmaid comes over with some more ale. Will there be anything else I can get you, gentlemen?
No, that'll be all for now. Thank you.
I'll take another. I'll take another. Then I need to book a room.
Oh, rooms, right? Yeah, we could do that. We'd have to probably dust them off. We don't get many visitors, but we can do that. We'll set you up right and proper. Here's another ale. She brings you all ale, and it'll basically be like a whole silver piece, for the room and for the rabbit stew, and the let's make it 2 for the extra ales. So 2 silver pieces a piece. You guys get rooms for the night, a good meal, and ale.
Oh, hey, bud.
Thank you.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you.
Bless you, Asham.
Corona.
I feel like in years to come, we're gonna be hearing like somebody's gonna make a parody of my Bologna, but it's gonna be my Corona.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the My Sharona parody. Somebody's got to like be getting ready to do that because it's the most obvious joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're already done it, and now they're waiting for the right time to play it.
All right. So you guys spend the night at the inn, unless there's something you want to do in the middle of the night. You all have gotten a full rest, so you would get back half of any hit dice you burned.
I'm gonna go toilet paper a house in the middle of the night.
How do you feel about spell slots?
You would just bump them back up to whatever they should be, 2 or
like
3
your
or
spell slots.
whatever they are.
On spells?
Yeah, on the spells tab.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
I have 5.
Am I missing somebody?
Alrighty.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we are. Okay. Someone was on top of somebody else.
Oh, yeah, it does that sometimes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So the night passes uneventfully. And you guys.
Well, I'd hope so, since we have a furious bodyguards outside watching the town.
And, yeah, you guys wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, feeling like you're ready to take on the day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I guess first order of business is like maybe a little bit of breakfast and then the church.
Sure.
Yeah.
Another ale, please.
Oh God!
Oh, don't you? Hey, what else are you gonna eat with your drink with your breakfast?
I mean, honestly, back in like medieval times, the booze and stuff was safer than the water because it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, actually, yeah, probably if we're being like really realistic about it.
Everybody drank like constantly because yeah, it was much safer than.
Yeah, even small children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, son, you can't drink until you're off your mom's breast milk.
But yeah, the town is like busy setting up like the market and the plaza for the day, like a whole bunch of farmer stuff. You guys are able to have breakfast. There's they have the typical stuff: eggs, porridge, some sort of like nice sausage.
I got some mutton.
Yeah, they got a little mutton.
All right.
That guy Gregory seems to be like half asleep, like in a corner. He's got like a big bowl of porridge like in front of him. And it's not very busy in the inn like during the morning. Like most people probably eat their breakfast at home. Again, they don't get a lot of like visitors traveling through here. So it's you guys, Gregory, and like maybe a couple of like townies that like don't have anything better to do today than like hang out and like start drinking and eating stuff.
So probably like mostly like it is now, like pretty much like your older quote unquote retirees and stuff.
Yeah. This is like fantasy Denny's.
Dang.
Oh, the food isn't good.
Oh, no.
Hey, I actually really like me a moon over my hammy.
Oh,
actually
yeah,
really
I'm
good.
with
That's
you.
actually really good.
Their pot roast is also really good. Or am I the only one there?
I can't.
I've never had the
stand. I can't stand Denny's.
Just because last time they didn't serve us and we walked out with hot chocolate doesn't mean anything, Michael.
Oh yeah, their service is always terribly slow though. I've never been to one and it be fast.
Oh. Man, I
I
just
really hope like right around this time a Denny's commercial plays on Mandalorian stream.
Denny's for the hungry goblin in you. For the gobbo in you.
At some point we just get promoted by Denny's, and we just start talking how great they are.
But yeah, if you guys would like, you could head straight to the church, unless there's anything else you wanted to do in town.
I am down to go to the church now.
Yeah, but
I have my buzz on and I am full of whatever we ate.
Okay. All right, so you guys like head through the town. As I said, people are setting up like farmers market type stuff. They're getting things. They're all starting to sell stuff, and it's all great. Everybody's like great, 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 great. And you guys get to the church. It looks pretty much the same way it did the day before, although you do see some light flickering through the windows.
okay.
Okay.
Well, might as well see if the door's locked this time.
Yep.
Go open. I try to open the door.
Okay. Let me move you guys to that particular map.
Oh.
No dang.
Yeah, so these little door icons. Somebody on Roll20, there's like a stupid tips and tricks thing, and someone made these little door icons because sometimes the dynamic lighting, it's easy to miss the doors through the lines.
Yeah.
So they have these little door icons you can put on either side of the door in case somebody misses it because of the dynamic lighting.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Makes a
this
lot of
is the
sense.
church. Yeah, windows and stuff. There are a couple of statues on this stone porch with stairs, and yeah, the door is there.
All right. So now that I know we got this going on,
Mhm.
can I look inside the window?
Yeah.
I'll look at this other side.
Oh, the priest is, or somebody. I guess that's the priest.
Yeah, there's definitely somebody in there. He's like standing by the altar.
Beeping toms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door.
Yeah, the door opens pretty easily. Let me open it for you. Okay, door's open. When the door opens, this guy kind of turns around like a little surprised, and he sees you all standing there, and he looks a little he looks a little defensive. I mean, you guys are kind of motley. Can I help you?
Are you the priest?
Yes. Do you require do you require aid?
No, we came here giving aid. Sort of giving aid actually.
Oh, you came here to aid us?
Yes.
Oh, that's dope. So the flickering light you guys are seeing is coming from like these candles like on the sides. There is as I said, there's that big statue of the sun god Palor. There's another statue of somebody standing over here. And there's like the altar here. Not there. The altar's here, and there's like a thing up here where like I guess like the dude could like go up there and like, preach to the people like a little higher or something. I don't know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Pulpit.
that's it. Thank you. So what sort of aid? What sort of aid are you bringing us?
We were sent over by I forgot her name again.
Major McNeil.
Maybe Magnia. To assist in any way we can. We heard about there were goblin attacks and hobgoblin attacks, bear bugs.
Oh yeah, those filthy goblins. They were. Yeah, the attack was pretty bad. We're not used to that sort of thing here in El Hilo. But they're all gone now, so I mean, I don't expect they'd be back anytime soon.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry. What's your name again?
My name is Roger.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Roger.
Yeah, I'm the local I'm the local priest here in town, and yep.
Alrighty.
I think we're fine now. And he seems to be like Roldar and Derwarren don't seem to be like setting him on edge as much as Rasham, Alabaxis, and Drasta, who have definitely approached closer to him than Roldar and Derwarren have.
At this point, I feel like on a side note, Rasham comes up to him, like noticing that he's low, and he's like very cautiously, slowly, like trying to look nice.
Okay.
And Rasham's like, "Don't worry, we have this official letter here."
He reaches out and takes it like
Which-
like gingerly almost, like he doesn't want to
Yeah.
offend.
might eat me up. Damn it.
Oh, I see. So this Major McNea sent you to investigate the attack.
Did the goblins take anything?
I don't think so. I mean, not from here anyway. I mean, I know other places in town they did take, trade goods, valuables when they could. Not that anyone here in town has anything of great value, but they definitely took some coin and some folk I'm sure have like heirlooms that were taken. I know Lady Tillery, I believe all of her fancy silverware was stolen.
Rasham would be like, from where you've been around the town and you've talked to multiple people, do you have any idea of a more specific direction or area maybe the goblins attacked from or went back to?
No, I think they just they just came into town and they just started raiding and attacking folk, and the town guard were called out, and a lot of the farmers took their pitchforks and clubs and anything they could find to try to drive them away, and it seemed to go well. I mean, they're gone now, and I think we're all safe.
You think or you know?
Well, I mean, you never know if you're totally safe, but I think we're safe. Perhaps the town's mayor could assist you further with your investigation. He may know more than I. I am just a simple village priest. The mayor may have more information than I.
Alrighty.
Where would
Can I do forgot the word, an insight check?
Yeah, you can absolutely do an insight check.
16.
Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty good. Give me a second here. Oh man, Roldar, this guy is he's definitely hiding something. He definitely wants you to go away. And he definitely seems shifty. There's like something not quite right about him.
Okay. Does he seem familiar or something?
No, I wouldn't say he probably seems familiar at all to you. He just but
doesn't he look like the people?
He's wearing just like regular clothes. He's not wearing any sort of like you notice, like he's not wearing any sort of like priestly type garments. Not that he would have to be if he was a priest, but
Yeah. Especially if he's dealing with all this right now.
yeah. He's like, so yeah, speak to the mayor. The mayor would probably know far more than I. I am just I'm like as I said, I'm just a village priest, and surely there's probably very little I could do to help you unless you would like to hear the words of our of Lord Palor, the sun god.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over to him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder and say, "You don't need to hide anything from us."
Oh, what would I possibly hide? I wouldn't be hiding anything from you. You all seem, and he kind of gives the room like another look, like he's like, you all seem like fine folk. I'm being surrounded by fine folk.
Indeed, they are fine.
Everybody.
Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just a simple priest, and the goblins already took all of the money from the money box.
Okay, I think like at this point, Rasham's gonna go over to Roldar and like whisper in his ear. And pretty much, he's just gonna go over to Roldar's ear and just say, so you think he's a liar? Like quietly, like just trying to be very, like he's kind of like got his shoulder around him and like he's just like whispering to him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like harsh voice, loud enough to our brother to hear. Yeah, he's hiding something.
All right, so if I charm this guy, can I get anything out of him?
You could try to charm him.
Why not? Let's do it. All right.
What are you doing?
I'm using charm person
Okay.
on the priest. Here we go. Well, go in. Why aren't you popping up in the chat? Why? Why?
On your main screen, are you doing dual screen? Is it
Yeah.
popping up like a little thing on the main screen? That's what happened to me earlier.
Oh, I'm stupid. Okay.
Same thing as me, yay!
Okay. What is your spell DC?
Hold on. This won't go away now. Apparently, I clicked it too many times. Oh, okay, cool. We're good. Now input value won't leave my screen. Okay, go away. Bye. Okay. Spell DC. Where would I find that?
Where spells are on top.
Yeah.
Spell save DC.
Hold on. I'm having trouble finding it.
It should be a number above 10, or at 10 at least.
Ain't it like 10 plus your modifier?
It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your modifier.
Okay, my bad.
So I mean, like with your
So-
proficiency bonus, I mean, yeah, technically it would start at 10.
Well, if it's the number beside wisdom, then it's 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you attempt to cast Charm Person on him. He's just like, "You're casting spells at me?" And he reaches under his robe and pulls out a short sword. We are now going to go into combat.
Oh god.
Damn.
Please don't kill the preach. We're gonna have to run from town if you do.
Oh boy.
Actually, I don't think this is the priest because this guy's called Whereat.
Yeah, I should have hidden his name somehow. I should have just called him like Bill. So it was like Bill's turn is done. But I guess I guess it's all good.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, we don't know this information.
Well, I'm gonna throw out there. I don't think a priest would try to attack people running out there.
Oh yeah, no, that's clear.
I know, but like I feel like I could, he could still argue it as we cast a spell at him. You know what I mean? Like if the town was to hear this.
Right.
Leaving as it was, he has one of the art.
We're missing our shaman draws down turn over.
I did mine, but I always forget to click me. If you want to, just let me click myself real quick, and then I'll do it, just so I do it right.
Yeah.
Because I need to get in the habit.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. I'll do it too.
Okay, there. Okay, I clicked myself, but what am I not doing?
Oh, I got in.
You popped in there, yeah.
Okay.
You got a 1.11, bro. You're at the bottom.
Okay, that's cool. I just saw the blue, and I was thinking the blue meant it wasn't attached.
Oh, that's
Okay.
/14.14. Okay. And no, Rashem, we're gonna take your first one. Do you have one up,
Okay, that's
up
fine.
higher?
I'm just trying to get in the habit. That way I do it right instead of
Gotcha.
just...
Yeah, so Rashem will actually be a 10.11.
Yeah, you can draw that 7 /
Yeah.
Nah, either of mine doesn't change my place in combat, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Okay. Give me 1 second here, and I'll start playing some music. And and doing cool stuff. Oh yeah, fight music time. I love the fight music.
Woo!
Why can't I hear anything?
Yeah,
I
was hearing
haven't
music
started
a little
it
bit
yet.
ago.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing. Oh, that explains it.
Okay. So. Oh yeah, one more thing. Okay. Let's rearrange that order. Okay. So the first thing that happens is Rasham, from behind you.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, Drazda, the caster. The caster of spells.
Mm-hmm.
A blast of energy comes from behind you, missing you and striking the wall. You turn to see this dude standing here. He's weird looking. He's small, and he's he looks like let's blow him up for you. He looks like this, and he just has appeared like at the back of the church as he fired that like blast at you.
Nice.
Well, guys, we're facing Golem's cousin.
That was his turn.
Looks like a blue Sid from.
I mean, I
Ice
feel
Age.
like that's an insult to Gollum.
Oh no.
Dang.
This guy here, who may or may not be a were-rat, I should have changed his name to Frank or something. Or, yeah, he is going to start swinging around that short sword. He pulls it out, and he is going to make an attack first at Rasham, and that will miss with a 6. Let me unhide his rolls. But he missed with a 6. And then he's going to attempt to stab Roldar with it. And that, I think, might hit. That hits you, yes?
Yeah.
For 3 points of piercing damage.
Ah!
At about that time, this little guy here comes from behind the statue. He looks just like the other guy, but he doesn't look like he has any sort of like cool little blasty thing to blast. So he is just going to he's going to run up on Dorwarren. And he's like small. Yeah, he's just like, "Hello." And as he says hello, he is going to he's going to try and stab you with a short sword. Oh, dip, that'll hit. I think. Yeah?
Unmuted.
Am I not seeing these?
It's muted. It's only showing up for a DM.
I'm seeing it.
Did that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, wait.
I didn't see it.
No,
I see the attack.
No,
I don't see the roll, but I see
Oh wait, never mind. I'm
Oh,
stupid.
yeah.
Would you just scroll up? I do that all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
He rolled a 20, so.
Yeah, he hits you for 5 points of piercing damage. Alabaxis.
Oh boy. Do we need this guy alive, or can we just beat him up and leave him close to death?
Let's
I
hold
think
him
we
for
need him
inter-
alive.
Let's have
Right.
it for interrogation.
Yeah, I was thinking for alive.
interrogation.
Oh, buddy, put that sword away. You're gonna make a fool out of yourself. So I tried an unarmed strike.
Oh, you
Did
hit.
it-
Okay,
did it
yeah,
go
that
through?
hits. Yep.
And so I just basically push his sword down, whack him in the, or I should say, clock him in the face, and I take another unarmed strike.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that also hits him.
There we go. Whoops. My bad. There we go. Clock him in the face and elbow him in the face as well.
Yeah. You clock him in the face and elbow him in the face, and he just sneers at you. He seems completely unfazed by your attack.
Uh-oh.
Weakling.
And then that be it, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Rasham.
Okay, I think I am going to I know the opponent will get an attack opportunity on me, but I think I'm going to use my full movement and my like my whole extra action to get all the way to that one down there in the corner with the blasty.
Sure.
So I'll just get right in front of him with that.
Okay.
I was having a little bit of lag there. And I will.
He's like,
Oh, are you gonna give that one his attack opportunity? Or?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna take a swing at you.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit.
For 5 piercing.
No, my friend.
And now I'm gonna swing at the one. Actually, I'm gonna have my weapon two-handed for this.
Okay.
And I will swing 16.
That will hit him.
Alright. Oh, I'm not raging. Apparently, I forgot to reset that. That's my bad.
That's all right. You still do 10 points of slashing damage at him. He's like, no! Oh, fuck!
Okay. That'll work, and that'll be my turn.
Okay. To Warren.
I will turn to the one that attacked me,
Mm-hmm.
and I will attack him with my longsword.
Okay.
Two-handed.
That will just hit him. He takes 4 points of slashing damage, and he cries out, no!
And I end my turn.
Okay. Another one of these little things runs up into the pulpit. From behind it. And he has got a sling. And he is going to... yeah, he's probably going to throw a sling stone at Drozda. He's going to try and sling you. Oh, yeah! He hits with a sling stone. He's just like, he just whips that thing around, jumps up a little, and does 8 points of bludgeoning damage with a sling stone.
Damn.
And then he giggles, and he kind of like ducks down behind the pulpit again. He's got 3/4 cover, which is going to improve his armor class by 5 while he's in that pulpit. But that will end his turn, and it will be Drozda's turn.
All right. I think it's the height advantage too, huh? So if I get here, would he have cover advantage if I was to throw an axe at him?
If you were to go there, yeah, he'd still have some cover. But I'd say from there, he'd only have half cover, which would only increase his armor class by 2.
Oh, then let's do it.
All right.
So we move there,
Mm-hmm.
and I just look at him and I'm like, "You ugly bastard!" I would throw an axe at him.
Okay. That will miss him.
I have 0. I have 4.
Just bump that number on your resources on the main sheet on the right hand side back up to 4 or 3 now, but
Resources on the where?
on the right hand of the core on the character sheet,
Right.
where it says hand axe thrown. Let's bump your total up to 4 there. So I'm gonna just bump it up to 3. You might have seen where I bumped it up. There you go. We'll bump it back up by.
I don't know where this is.
It's underneath. Like if you look on the core tab of your character sheet, underneath your like your personality traits and everything, you'll see Wild Shape 2, Hand Axe thrown. Currently, you have 3 hand axes left.
Oh,
And
I
you'll
see.
say
Okay.
the total's 4. So every time you throw a hand axe, it'll like drop that number down by 1. When you pick one back up or something, just like arrow it back up to whatever it is.
All right.
All right, but you do miss him with that first hand axe attack.
Sad day. And that's turn.
Okay. Roldar.
Okay. So first of all, I look around. I think that there's actually I'm not a very advantageous position to what I'm for. So I'm gonna grab my spear
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and get the sword out of Roger's hand.
Okay.
No,
Nope, that will miss.
that will miss. Oh god.
You were trying to do what?
Take out his sword.
Oh, you can disarm?
No.
Oh.
I was giving him the hand or something.
If you have if you're a fighter, like a straight up fighter, or if you take the martial feat, there's a martial feat, I can't remember what it's called. But there are certain attacks that you can do that would disarm a creature.
Oh, cool.
However,
That'd be cool.
if since Carlos said he was going to try and disarm him, like I might, like if he successfully hit and did like if it was a nat 20 or something, I might say like, yeah, it's like you hit him hard enough that he drops the sword or something. But there are definitely like options to do specific things like that.
Cool.
Okay. All right, so this warlock down here, who shot the Eldritch Blast at you, he is having none of this. You just came and like hit him like real hard. He did not like that whatsoever. He is going to put his hands together, and he's just like, "Get away from me!"
Uh-oh.
And he is going to send out a blast of flame from his hands.
Oh shit.
A big blast. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, and like where this is the spell and I get to see it, I get advantage, right?
Yeah, because you have like danger sense or something.
Yeah, danger sense.
Yeah, so you'll have advantage on that saving throw. You'll take half damage if you make it.
Okay, so you said I'm using what?
A dexterity saving throw.
Okay, dexterity save.
Yeah. So yeah, he just like basically
There
like
it
filled this whole area up with like flame.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
Well, it wasn't gonna work either way.
Okay. All right, so you do take 14 points of like fire damage. And these candles, like the candles, like melt at the edge, and like this one.
I'm sorry, you cut out. How much did I take?
14.
Oh God, I go down to 6.
Ugh.
Shit.
Ah,
Wait. Wait, hold on.
and this is when we all die.
Oh, no.
Well, the thing is, I don't think I have any of those potions on me.
Well, he then disengages from you as a bonus action, and he is going to he's going to run over here away from you.
Hang on, if I remember right, I think rage pretty much only works on like the physical types of damage, like slashing, blunt.
Yeah. Yeah, at
That
this
jazz,
level,
so yeah.
definitely, yeah.
So yeah, even if I was raging, it would have.
Ye be boned.
Oh,
I
dude.
yell out, Rashab.
Rasham no longer has eyebrows.
Rasham yelling, fire bat!
You just hear screams.
And then, yeah, that will end his turn. He runs over there. He's bleeding badly, and he looks very upset. This guy here, as his action, this alleged priest who we all know is like a where at because I didn't change his name, how it would show up in chat. Yeah, he absolutely he uses his action to shapeshift, and you watch like as his like body transforms, and he is definitely he's a where at.
Master Splitter.
And that will be his action. He has no bonus actions or anything else, so he's just gonna stand there looking like that, and it'll be this little guy's turn. This little guy's gonna take another slash at DeWarren with his short sword. He will completely miss, and he is going to disengage and. He's gonna run back, try to run back behind the statue.
Trying to attack him.
No, he can disengage as a bonus action where he does not take opportunity attacks. For most people, it is a regular action to disengage, but because he's got what is called it's called low cunning. So he disengages, and he's going to try to hide behind the statue again.
I will find you.
Albaxis.
All right. I'll attempt a 2-armed spear attack on him. Whoa.
On this ratty dude?
Yes.
Okay.
For 9.
Yeah, you hit him with the spear. It does not seem to have any effect on him whatsoever.
What is up with this dude?
We have another Sinky.
Pretty much.
Hold on. If I were to activate patient defense, would it only last a turn or until I get attacked? It would only be the turn, right?
Yeah, it would only be the turn. I think it lasts until like the start of your next turn. Because you're basically taking the dodge action, which normally would be an action. But you'd be taking it as a bonus action. So with a regular dodge action until the start of your next turn, people have disadvantage to hit you.
Okay. Yeah, why not? I'm startled by the fact that he's unaffected by that, but I'll still try to kick him in the face.
Sure. Yeah, that'll just miss altogether.
Okay.
Alrighty. Considering the recent developments, I'm gonna go to the other side of the bleacher right here, and how much cover would that give me?
If you kind of crouched behind it from that guy, it would give you like half cover. Right. So your armor class, like if he attacks you, your armor class would be up by 2.
And what's this spot to the left, like right next to it?
Which spot?
I see like the wood things, like here and here.
Those are like candle holders and stuff. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Okay,
step
so
in there.
they ain't no better. I
Yeah.
gotcha. Alrighty, I'm going to grab back out my shield, and I'm also going to use my javelin and attempt to throw at the same one I've been fighting.
Sure. Yeah, you hit him with your javelin.
Alrighty.
For 5 points of piercing damage. He now has a javelin sticking out of him, and he cries out, "Yeah!"
And I'm trying to think if I've got anything good to do. I know it won't help with him, but there's other ones here, so I think I'll go on and rage.
Okay.
As my bonus, just to help mitigate what I can.
Mm-hmm.
You rage while you creep behind the bench.
I'm so angry. Well, my guy just got to thinking about it, and it's like,
Rage hiding.
he just point blank burnt my face. My beautiful, beautiful face. Rasham's true narcissist is coming out.
Warren, you really want to chase that guy down who's hiding behind a statue. That's what your gut's telling you.
Yes. I want to.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but I want to kill him.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Pretty much all my movement.
Okay. This guy is going to take an opportunity attack on you. He does try to he tries to bite you.
Ugh, no, I don't want to be.
That thing might have corona.
Oh God.
That will miss. He does not bite you.
I run as I'm running to get to his friend. I'll start laughing at him.
Okay.
So I get back to his friend and I attack him again with my longsword.
Yeah.
I yell, "You will die."
Oh yeah, that hits him. What does it look like when your prophecy turns out to be correct?
I split his body in half.
Okay. Two halves of this little creature just kind of like fall to either side of the statue of Palor.
And as his body falls to the ground, I turn back smiling.
I give a nod in approval.
And I end my turn.
Okay. All right, this guy up here, he is going to he's going to come down the steps a little bit.
And crit me with a slingshot.
No, he's going to use his short sword on you this time. But
He's gonna crit you with that. It'll be more damage.
he's like give it up, lizard man. I have the high ground. Oh, and he does hit you. For 5 points of piercing damage. And then he's going to disengage. And he already used like 5 feet of movement to get there, so he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to hide on the other side of the pulpit right now.
Well, at least I'm not a bitch.
Drozda.
Alright. So, I think I can do both these in one turn. I think. Because I can use a spell slot and then I can do an action, right?
Only if that spell is a bonus action or a reaction. Most spells will take an action. What spell are you thinking about using?
Thinking about dropping Healing Word onto Rashim and then transforming.
Do you have it?
I know like one of the heal spells is a bonus action, but I can't remember which one it is.
I think it might be Healing Word. Healing Word is a bonus action. You can absolutely do that.
Bonus action.
Oh, then I'm good.
Cure Wounds is an action.
Then I'm good. Alright, cool.
Yeah, I'm used to playing the healer.
So, Draza looks over to Rasham cowering behind the bench and is like, "It doesn't suit you, buddy."
Honestly, you guys are like just hearing in the distance. It's like, we've never heard him cuss, and then like he's just like cussing like a Pastorm at Orcus right now.
So I heal him for 5.
Nice.
So take it.
Alright. And now, I guess I'm gonna go big boy.
What are you turning into?
Yeah, I'll take the lizard again.
Okay.
Last time I
50
did
billion
lizard.
lizards.
Last time I did lizard, it was fun.
So let's let me get this lizard in the turn order, and you should still be able to control it once I get it on the turn order. And we'll put it behind your regular character. We'll advance that to you there. We'll hide you from the world here. And you are now there, and you are a giant lizard. All right, so that's your bonus action and your action.
Yep. And now,
Onto the pulpit.
man, I'm lagging. Hold on.
Hey, great.
Okay. I'll move. Oh, it's a door. That's where you came from. I don't even think I can fit that back there.
You could squeeze back there.
Actually, if I go on top of the altar next turn, will I have advantage when I bite this guy?
No, but I mean, ordinarily I'd say he would have a little bit of cover, but since you're so big, I would say that he would not have any cover whatsoever. So you would just be able to bite him. Like you are now like perched on top of this you're now perched on top of the pulpit. This big giant lizard on a pulpit.
Lizard stripper, let's go.
If this is a
And,
religion, I'm interested.
End of my turn.
Okay, Roldar.
Okay, here I am. I'm surveying the battlefield. I saw Rosham getting prepared. Roger being immune. So I decided to throw my spear. I got my arrow, my bow, knock an arrow in it.
Mm-hmm.
Aim at this guy on the bottom that casts spells.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
While prepping to shoot the arrow and shoot the arrow on him.
Okay, so you're gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him and shoot an arrow at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a second. Oh well, yeah. If it hits, but that way I can just take out the spell slot.
Yeah, that hits him.
Perfect. So we have total 13 damage.
What does it look like when this guy is not going to be able to burn anybody's face off again?
So the arrow, it flies and it goes through his nose,
Mm-hmm.
out the back of his head,
Nice.
and then I'll move over here. Over here, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, and he's already used his reaction to make an opportunity attack, so he can't do it again.
And be mobile now.
Mm-hmm.
And then my turn right there.
Okay. Ratty here is like he just kind of hisses at Alabaxis. He's like, all of your friends have left you. And he is going to take a swipe at you with the short sword and miss, and then he's going to try and bite you and also miss.
As he says that, I'm just laughing. I think I only have 2 friends here. I think.
Oh, there's another rat next to me. Oh, okay, never mind.
Alabaxis.
I just saw the glowing. I'm like, what the frick is that?
So I can take the dodge action as my main action without, given that I don't attack. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, he seems unfazed, but does that mean he's not taking any damage, or he is? It's just not showing.
He does not appear to be taking any damage.
Okay.
Yeah, you really can't tell whether or not he is, but I mean, you would have expected, especially once you got him with the spear.
Yeah, something
to
happen.
Yeah, you would have expected some sort of blood or something, and there was none.
So, and the dodge action basically is giving anyone that decides to attack me after my turn disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take the dodge action. I'll keep him busy while everybody else clears everything out.
Okay, so you're doing that as an action.
As my action, yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
What do I click?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, that would just be your regular action. You don't have to click anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a bonus action, you could take it, or if you have some movement left, you could do that.
I don't think I have any bonus action.
Yeah, so that would just be
Unless
the
I
end of
use a
your
key point.
turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Rasham.
Yep. Okay. Well, with that being the case, and that's cleared. The only thing we got is over there in that corner. Let me see. Can I make that? 15, 20, 25, 30. 35. I accidentally backed out of the page. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
It's really bad on my mouse because the side of my mouse has a backwards and forwards
Mm-hmm.
key. So sometimes I'll just.
Yeah, I've got a smart mouse, like the Apple Smart Mouse, and I would constantly, like, the slightest twitch of my finger until I changed the sensitivity would just, like, knock me back, and I'd be like, no!
Oh.
I was doing it, like, multiple times, like, every session.
45, 50, 55. Yeah, because I can move up to 60. I think I can get to them. Alrighty. Zoom back out. That way I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 540 of it. Scroll my map up. 45, 50.
Okay. So
I'm
this
gonna
guy
run
is
it-
like looking up in terror at this giant lizard that's appeared on the pulpit, and then he sees you coming and he cries out in terror again.
I'm gonna run up with my sword once again, two-handed,
Mm-hmm.
and we will 11 and 7. Actually, from where I don't think that's gonna hit, I think I'm gonna use one of my one of my inspirations.
Sure.
How do I
You just drag it to the tabletop.
Alrighty.
Okay, go ahead and add a d6.
Alrighty, so I just need to roll a d6, which
Yep.
dice bag is over.
Tools.
Oh god, now I gotta find it again.
It's tools dice bag. Below Carlos.
Oh,
tools.
yeah. I see it now. Thank you. One d6. There we go. 5.
Yeah, that hits him. That is now a 16, and that hits him.
Can I roll a D100?
Alrighty, and then I will roll my damage.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Yeah, what's it look like when that guy is no longer able to to look up at a lizard in fear?
I think I just like for Sam as he runs up, goes raw and raw with like a sword, both hands, and pretty much just lobs the guy's head off.
Okay. Yeah, the head goes like bouncing off the walls and stuff, and like comes to a rest in front of that door.
Alrighty. And then I need to go all the way back up here to end my turn. There we go.
Okay. DeWarren.
So this guy, the main guy now.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been taking any damage.
No, he has not appeared to take any damage so far.
Interesting. Well, I'm going to run up to him and I'm going to attack with my long. So.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious if like somehow the other ones were protecting him somehow or something.
That hits him. You do 4 points of slashing damage, and you definitely have hurt him a little bit. Like their blood comes out of him, and he squeaks. He squeaks in pain.
Surrender now, or die. And I end my turn.
Okay. Draws to the lizard.
Well, you know where I'm from? Rat was always really tasty. Hold on. Hey, buddy. Let's see if my old childhood memories are true.
Yeah, you bite him. He appears to be unfazed by your bite.
Huh.
Can this be because I have a map?
It could be.
Well, guess I'm done.
Okay. Roldar.
Okay. I don't see anyone else. I will move my hunter's mark over to the rat
Okay.
and choose a narrative.
That will hit him.
Okay. And I guess I will be 6.
Mm-hmm.
1. 2, 10.
For the most part, you feel like you've hurt him a little bit, but you don't think you hurt him as much as you possibly could have.
Okay. Alright, perfect. I'll imagine right there.
Okay. He is now completely not happy with the situation. He is going to I'm going to have him make a wisdom check really quick. Yeah, he's just like he's shrieking in a shrill, squeaky voice. He's just like, "Oh, you'll never beat me!" And he's going to try and attack people. First, he's going to try to stab the lizard with a short sword. Oh, and I hid that, but it was a 22, so that is going to hit the lizard for 6 piercing. And then he is going to try to he's going to spin around and try to bite Warren. He does bite you for 3 points of piercing damage, and I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I was like, sorry, I ran away for a second.
No worries.
So 3 points of piercing.
Yep, and a Constitution saving throw.
Is that blind or?
Nope, just a straight up Constitution save. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Hell yeah! Good stats tonight.
Alabaxis.
Well, judging that bite didn't do anything to you, although you do bleed, I'll just be sticking around. Taking dodge action.
Okay. Rasham.
Alrighty. I'm still raging. I'm still pissed over my face.
Mm-hmm.
I got a pure blood rage right now, so 25. I'm gonna get right in the spot,
Okay.
and I am gonna go for a one-handed swing.
Okay.
'Cause I want to keep my defense just a little bit higher.
That will miss him.
Yep, fair enough.
DeWarren.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna give a confused look of how he's not really still taking damage. But say I yell to him, "You will surrender or die,"
Mm-hmm.
as I attack him with my longsword.
Okay, that hits him. He takes 11 points of slashing damage. That definitely hurt him. Blood comes like flying out of his side. He hisses again.
And I end my turn.
Okay. Why is the round marker out of order? That's weird.
Well, it didn't hit last time, but we're still gonna try it because, man, I like me some rat stew. All right.
Yeah. That will hit him. He appears again to take no damage from your bite.
I can take another hit. I'm good. Let's go.
Okay, Roldar.
I'll keep him from there, wearing him with arrows.
Okay. That hits him.
I'm just gonna roll a d6 because I know it's not.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, your arrow doesn't do as much damage as you hoped it would, but it definitely seems to have some sort of effect on him when you hit him with it.
It definitely what?
Doesn't have as much of an effect. but he definitely takes some damage. Okay.
Wait, don't you have to kill were-rats with
Silver.
Is that why he's immune?
Oh, is that it?
Maybe.
Either way, our characters wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
So
Well, if Roldar yelled it out, I have the dagger I picked up. I don't know if it's silver. I named it Silver Dagger, but it totally might not be. So it looks silvery. I'll try that.
Okay. He's just like, you won't be able to stop me from getting what... Oh, no, that's the wrong... You won't be able to stop me from getting what's mine! And he is now going to try to... He's going to try to stab Alabaxis. He'll have a disadvantage on that. He misses. And he's going to try and bite Rasham.
that's good.
That will hit. For... Ooh, Jesus, he bites you hard.
Okay,
For 6
I will
points
take
of piercing?
30 from where I'm right.
Yeah. And give me a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, you're good. Alabaxis.
Did sorry, not Roldar. Did Dorwarin yell that out or not?
Yeah, I would say that if he said he yelled it out, he did. The were-rat doesn't seem to care.
Huh.
He's overconfident. His wisdom saves have been... Well, his wisdom checks have been really low. He thinks somehow he's going to survive this.
Oh boy.
He's dedicated to this fight. If he had rolled higher, he might have tried to disengage and run. He has not done that. He's just like, I am invincible, as he's like slowly getting like, whittled away.
Well, screw it. I'll try the Silver Dagger attack.
Okay.
Or, well, just called it Silver Dagger. It's just a dagger.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him. For 3 points of piercing damage, you actually hurt him.
Ooh, hello there. I will end my turn then.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We need a meme for a rat now that just sits down there yelling, "I am invincible!"
I'm invincible.
Alrighty. I'm gonna swing my sword again.
Mm-hmm.
But can you fire your
24.
laser?
Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
12.
He appears to take no damage.
We're chipping them down.
Your sword is not silver, sir.
DeWarren.
I look at the rat. I'm gonna call him Master Splinter, and I yell to him, "Surrender now or die."
Okay.
Does he have a response for me?
No, he doesn't seem to be.
I'm invincible.
Yeah, he's definitely not taking his reaction to like try to surrender. So, yeah, you hit him with the sword for 7 points of slashing damage. He seems to now notice that he is bleeding.
That he's not invincible.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm a little woozy. Oh, what's this? Oh, my blood.
How'd he get over there?
Giant lizard.
That blood's for
Alright.
me.
So, since he's realizing what's going on, if I was to run in front of the door, he couldn't get past me, right?
No. I mean, he could try to he could try to shove you, but I don't know that he'd be able to do that.
I know he gets a retaliation attack, but I'm blocking the door.
Okay. Yeah, he will try to backhand you with the short sword as you're running.
That hits.
Yep. For 8 points of piercing damage.
It's okay. Lizard
Yeah.
form can die. 8 points. I'm down to 5.
So this is what came to mind when we were thinking about the rat saying, "I am invincible."
Hmm.
Oh
on the-
God!
It's on the general chat.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
I love
awesome.
it.
That's great.
Oh, I know this. I'm invincible.
Oh, I intern. I'm a moron. My bad.
Oh,
There it is. Okay.
yeah, it's from GoldenEye.
Roldar.
I am invincible.
Give him that last arrow, baby. Put it through his eyeball. Put it in his spooter. Spooter.
Oh, it's my turn. Sorry.
Yes.
Shoot an arrow.
Okay. Yeah, that hits him.
This is 4.
He looks down at this arrow that's like, he's not sure how it stuck in him, but it did. And he looks down at it, and he's like, but, what does it look like when that seems to work?
So the arrow is stuck in his gut.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, the hunter's mark energy just washes through him.
Mm-hmm.
We should have.
And
We should.
and he just falls down.
Okay.
I just realized we probably should have kept him alive for interrogation.
No.
Right.
I thought about it, but seeing that he was invincible was a bit tough.
I am invincible.
And I mean,
was pretty delusional.
this is the only option.
He was pretty delusional when he was trying to fight all of us and thought he was gonna win.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna give us anything.
Okay, that will take us out of combat.
So, yeah.
Can I transform out of a giant lizard?
Yes.
Alright. The screen is black. Who put out the lights?
There you
We'll put you down here and put you back on the token layer. There we go.
Rasham, find me. You can see in the dark.
No difference.
Risham, how are your wounds?
Sam is like just like trying to find some sort of reflective surface to like look at his face, see what the damage is.
There are a couple of like things of like holy water down by the door.
Let me give you my dagger here. Look at yourself.
Okay, I think before he got that straight to the face, I want him to roll something or something like for luck to see like how badly messed up his face is now at the moment.
Let's see. I'll let you decide like how bad he looks, but I'm gonna say it's like 50% of like his normal looks are ruined.
I'm sorry, you cut up on my end.
50% of like his normal looks are ruined. So I'll let you decide like how severe that would be to you.
Oh god, so like 50% of his blank is what I got again. Sorry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. 50% of like however he normally looks. So it's like you can be like,
Okay.
yeah, I mean like
So I'm gonna assume like his eyebrows are completely gone. He
Yeah.
has some blisters on his face.
Okay, yeah.
You can tell like it's pretty raw and irritated. He's like, ah. He kind of like tries to look around. I hate to say it, from like us, he looks at like the clothes the rat was wearing, and he tries to see if there's anything he can make like a face covering or hood from,
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, you could
just to cover himself up for a little while.
yeah.
Risham, I get. Are we go? Okay, here's a question. Are we going to be doing a rest now, or are we?
I mean, we probably don't want to rest right now. We probably want to talk to the mayor and bring him here. That way we don't just get
So,
arrested.
Honestly,
Rasham, I'm going to give you one of those potions we found, potion of healing.
That'd be good.
I'm actually gonna start looking around the.
Okay.
So how much does it do for the potion of healing?
2d4 plus 2.
So
No,
do I
or
just-
is it 2d4 plus 4? I just remember. That's
so do I just
bad
click
at
on
me.
it and it should do it for me, or I can just tell him what he heals?
Um,
No, it doesn't let you click on it.
potion of healing. 2d4 plus 2, yeah.
So do you want to do it, Gavin, or do you want me to?
You can do it.
Okay, where do I find the dice to do that?
Right below.
Yeah, you could just like click in the dice bag and then do 2, hit the d4, do 2 of those, and then we'll just add 2 to the final number. So 6.
So that's what Rasham gets.
Yeah, so your blisters clear up and your eyebrows grow back a little. I would say your face is probably still a little on the burnt side.
Yeah. Hey, Helen, like until it does, he's just gonna like wear that on his face until he feels like he's presentable again.
Okay.
to use my herbalism kit, I use wisdom as my attribute, right?
Depending what you're doing, but typically, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make a health potion because I know I have the supplies to make one right now. So that's what I do.
Well, that'll take like a couple of hours. You'll have to do that like back at the inn or something, or
Okay, never mind then.
yeah. But yeah, Roldar, you see like a half open door where behind that one statue,
Oh,
and there's that
how
other
much
door
did you hear
behind
me?
that
How much
pulpit.
did I get healed for, Justin? I haven't done it
6.
yet. 6. Okay.
And what about the door?
Yeah, that door is like halfway open.
Okay, I'll go through.
Okay. So you push the door the
I
rest of the
follow
way.
Eldar.
Oh, hey. I'm
Um,
going here.
Oh god!
there is definitely a dead body in this room.
No.
He looks like some sort of priest.
Oh, ask the priest.
There is a lit lantern on the table. There's a bookshelf and there's like some books and stuff. It just seems like prayer books for the most part. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to check on something real quick. Oh, don't move around. You're breaking my concentration.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You know how bad I want to move around now?
You can now.
Oh God.
Roldar.
Yeah.
Underneath the desk, like you hear like what sounds like teeth chattering, and like a soft low whimper.
Okay, I go over. Where is it? This?
Yeah,
Where the books are.
that desk right. Yeah, right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go look down.
One of those things is hiding under the desk. And when you look at him, he kind of like he's like
What are you doing here?
hiding. Please don't hurt me.
Hey, stop lying.
Okay. Okay. What were you doing here before? Hiding.
I was trying to open that door. We need to open that door. And he points at like this door here that I didn't put little door icons on.
Why?
It's a fancy looking door.
Why? What's behind that?
I don't know what's behind it, but Fred said that we needed to go try to get that door open. He's looking for something. Did you kill him?
Who's Fred?
Fred.
Fred. Yes. Who is he?
He's
Was he?
he's about this high, and
Was he a rat?
yeah, sometimes he could be a rat.
Yeah.
Ooh, we
He's
got
dead.
bad news. Yeah.
Oh, poor Fred. Please don't hurt me.
Then give us all your knowledge.
Yeah. Why are you looking for these things?
Cause Fred told us to.
I didn't mean to light the torch. I was going to turn the torch off. Well, never mind.
But okay. Fred told you. Anything else you know about Fred?
Fred's awesome, or he was before he died. He's one of the chosen. He can turn into a rat.
Oh, I think we got a chosen one here. I look at Drazda. He can turn into a lizard.
Lizards are yesterday's news.
Ooh, you can take
Oh,
that.
stop. We about to have a fight in here.
I mean no offense. I mean no offense. Please don't hurt me.
So, Drowser's going to walk up to the bed, walk up to the counter,
Mhm.
puts his hand underneath, grabs him by his collar, and pulls him out.
What'd you say about
lizards, buddy?
lizards? Are awesome.
Okay, I like you again.
I mean, if there were to be some sort of like ranking system, I would say it would probably be rats, bats, lizards.
Bats.
Why would you say bats?
Because bats are awesome.
So, buddy, do you happen to know? Do you know Sinky?
Sinky?
Yeah, is she an acquaintance of yours?
No, but I know the name. She's another one of the chosen ones.
Do you know who else is the chosen one?
Fred was chosen, but now he's dead. So
Who else?
maybe not as good as someone else.
And what's that someone else's name?
Well, obviously there's Sinky, and I hear tell of a guy named Bubo.
Ubo?
Bubo, and I also hear tell of a mighty pig man.
My pigman.
Yeah, I mean pigman schmigman is what I say, but the fact that he's a pigman is, I guess it's cool. The rest of them think it's cool. I mean, we like Fred. And Sinky's cool, although I don't know her personally.
Okay, is that Bubo? Is it Pigman or is Pigman someone else?
No, Bubo's how do you say in common? He's like a dog man.
A dog man, okay. I see.
So, do your people worship these people that can transform?
No, we just think they're awesome. We worship Raxavort.
Rats.
No, Raxavort.
Rats avoid?
Yeah, but like, he's dope.
Who's Raxavort?
He's a great and sneaky god. He dwells in the black sewers, and we are his people. He made us to follow him.
Okay.
Do you know what this guy looks like?
Raxavort?
Yeah.
He looks like this. And he shows you his face. We all look exactly like Raxavort because Raxavort is perfect. And so when we are made in his image, we are also perfect.
Ugly perfect?
I mean, I suppose beauty is in the eye of the beholder?
Smart one, aren't you?
No, not really, but we like to say that a lot.
So, buddy, the question I have for you is, what information else can you give us to save your life?
Um, um, um. Give me an intimidation check.
All those are just Dresda.
Draza.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
It's shit. It's bad.
Maybe. So.
Oh God.
What?
So like you're just kind of like I guess what can you tell us to save your life, like with half a yawn or whatever, and he's just like the all of the shifters are they're attempting to vie for control of the lands, and they're searching something. He called it a blood pendant. I mean, he didn't tell us directly, but he to one of his other rat friends, he mentioned a blood pendant, and I know that the other shapeshifters are looking for it as well.
Got a feud.
I think he thought it was here, or at least a clue to its whereabouts might be here.
Are you in? I know that Sinky is. Are you in working with the goblins? And if so, have you seen one with yellow eyes and a scar on its neck?
No, I haven't seen a goblin that looked exactly like that. No, we're not really working with the goblins. We think Sinky is cool, because like a bat, but she does not appreciate the Zvart, the children of Raxavort. She does not wish to work with us. She works with the goblins. So we have been working with the rat folk.
Okay.
Are you both after the same thing?
I think so. I think that was the gist of what Fred was saying to the other rat people. All of the shifters are looking for this blood pendant, whatever that is, and so he asked us to work with him, and we were like, yeah, that would be awesome. Show us the rat thing again, and he would do it, and he can actually turn into a giant rat, or he used to be able to. The rest of his clan, I suppose, still can. You didn't kill the rest of his clan, right?
He's the first one we found.
Yeah, then the rest of his clan can still do it. They can turn into a rat. Have I told you enough to spare my life? I will run far, and you will never see me again. I will go live in a sewer with normal rats who won't do anything to harm you. Unless, you're traipsing about in the sewer and you've got cheese or something. But that's just their nature.
Honestly, he's good in my book.
What do you guys think?
He's good in
We
my
should
book.
spare him.
Spare him.
He hasn't threatened us at all.
He's given us information.
Indeed. Alabexis.
Oh, you know my answer. I'd rather kill him, but I'll respect the democracy.
Rasham.
Yep.
What do you think?
I mean, he did give us the information.
But his friends burnt your face.
He was not with them, and he was not involved in burning Rasham's face. Rasham believes in being a man of one's word. If you say you're going to spare somebody, to spare them.
So it's spare him or no?
Yes.
I say he
Fair.
lives.
Spare.
Yeah.
Okay. My goal was to take him to a major the authorities here.
Take him where?
To the authorities.
Why can't I just escape just harmlessly into the sewers to be with rats? Please don't take me to the authorities. Look at me. They'll kill me.
Have you found out a way to open that door?
No,
Any idea?
I was trying to use these that we found.
And he pulls out like a set of what appear to be thieves' tools.
He's like, "But I'm no good with these."
I got an idea. How about you give us, and as long as all these guys agree, you give us the tools, and you're free to go. Everybody agree? We can get the door open.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
He like just hands the thieves' tools over. He's just like, please.
Yeah, I'll grab them. Go ahead. Leave.
Thank you. I will sneak away, and as I said, you will never see me again unless you happen to visit the sewers. And if I see you, believe me, you won't see me. I will hide.
And
That's
he-
fair, Rasham.
And he just like he just like scurries away.
Au revoir, little one.
He's like, oh, he's like, Fred's dead.
And as he's like running around, you hear him like,
Oh man, they killed that guy too. Oh jeez.
okay.
Alright, so I need to be able to rest to at least heal some of this.
Yeah, I could
Um,
probably work on the door while you guys take a short rest.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Like we can just sit around and watch while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want, you can burn a hit dice if you need to. Get back anything you would gain after a short rest. And Roldo, you're going to try and use the thieves' tools on the door?
I am. I'm not proficient, but I am.
I got 6.
Okay.
Nice.
I got 14. Yeah, going all the way back up.
Wait, what
Oh,
am I?
really?
Oh, a hit point dice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're fine.
No, I'm good.
Um, give me a if you want from the compendium, yeah, you could drag like thieves' tools into your tools, but you won't be proficient. So just give me a well, this is just for now. Just roll me a d20 and add your dex modifier to it.
And added dexterity modifier, is that?
Actually, no, not your dex mod. Give me a add your wisdom mod. So roll a d20 and add your wisdom. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So you're messing around with these thieves' tools, and you like really wish you knew how to use them. It's like you feel them catching on stuff, and you feel like maybe if given some more time and training, you might be able to use them better. But at the moment, it's like the nuances of the thieves' tools just are escaping your grasp. Although you feel like pretty confident that you're doing the right things, you're just not doing the right things right.
Okay. Okay, so I wasn't able to open the door then.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna move away. I'm frustrated. I guess we'll have to come in later. You need to talk about.
Can I check the priest's body?
Sure.
No, it's a very good idea.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
What the hell?
Yeah, so he's wearing robes. He's got like a like prayer beads like clutched in one hand. The beads seem to be like engraved with like little suns on them. Like each bead has like a little sun.
Could Rasham do an investigation on the body as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you concur. They're probably sons.
Are there markings on the door?
There are no markings on the door, but actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and say there is a sun motif on the door. There probably would be. Yeah, so there's like a sun, like a large, like stylized sun on the door.
Would it be the same size as his beads, as his rosary thing?
No.
Okay.
So I have an idea. Since this door resembles the sun goddess in the statue is the sun goddess, could we have some correlation? I'll go check the statue.
Okay.
I examine the statue. Investigate again.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better.
So the statue is definitely that of Paylor. He seems like a young man. It's painted gold. It's not real gold, but like it's definitely like a gold painted. He's got like a crown that's kind of like a halo that looks like it might be sun-like, and but that's really about it. I mean, he does. There's nothing. There's nothing like really. What do you call it about the statue? Like the statue doesn't seem to have any sort of like secrets to it or anything.
Okay. Now, does the sign on the door seem like something would fit there? That part of, or just like an invitation?
No, it's like carved in there, but I mean, it doesn't seem like something would necessarily fit in there. It just seems like regular door carvings.
Okay. So I'm gonna look
So-
around this room for a key and maybe get into that door. Open the door.
Sure, give me another investigation check.
Ooh.
Okay.
Best one yet.
Yeah. As you're like looking around the room, Roldar, you notice that underneath the lantern, well, not underneath the lantern necessarily, but there is something underneath the lantern. The lantern seems to be like at a slight tilt, like there's something underneath it.
Okay. I'll leave the lantern to put it in.
Yeah, sure enough, there's a key underneath the lantern.
Hmm.
Okay, great. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna try the door. Open the door with it.
Yeah, it fits right in the keyhole. And the door unlocks.
Okay. I'll slowly open the door.
Sure. You slowly open the door. We'll say it's probably about like half an hour into like everybody else's rest at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it opens into a small room. It seems almost like vault-like. There is a large chest at the end of the room, and there are shelves on either side. They seem to mostly hold like vials of water, other things that you would possibly use to perform like service. Some of them are made of gold. Some of them are simply painted gold, but they all seem like some sort of like holy symbols and these vials of water.
Is it none of the vials look different, right? Yes. Just a vials of water. Okay.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
small room.
It's a chest, right?
Yes.
Okay. I wanna try and open it.
Okay. You open the chest. As soon as you open the chest,
I'm dead.
no, well, probably not. There is a flash of very bright light. It's very warm. It seems like radiant light, and you take 6 points of radiant damage.
Okay, yeah. Me as Carlos expected that. Yeah.
And then the light does fade, and you're just like looking into this chest. There are coins in the chest. Not a whole lot. Like the chest looks like it could hold a lot more, but there's not much. You find like a total of 32 gold pieces in the chest. Yeah. In like mixed coin. Like it's not like all gold, but it's like, there's copper, there's silver. But just to make things easier, we'll just call it 32 gold.
Yeah.
So we're still in the priest life savings.
Oh, technically, he's not gonna need it no more.
Yeah.
It's 6.4 each. That's a lovely amount there.
So that'd be like 6 gold and like 4 silver.
You're saying 6 gold, 4 silver each?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 102. And my silver is up to 640, 620. Okay.
So what's the ratio like between how many copper?
There are 10 copper to a silver piece, 10 silver pieces to a gold piece, and 10 gold pieces to a platinum piece.
So it'd probably be more logical to like consolidate, or does it not matter?
It doesn't really matter, but if you wanted to split that up to like give yourself more copper and silver, like yeah, you could convert some of that money. Alabaxis and Draza, you were in the room with Roldar before. As you guys were all in the room, Roldar, you definitely noticed like there was a strange creaking on the floor when there were 3 of you in there. The floor seemed to sag and creak a little.
Are we gonna fall?
Hidden passage.
This seems like it's vandalization, but who wants to lift up the floorboards of a church?
Rasham will do it.
Alright, cool. I don't
Where are
want to
these
go fall.
floorboards?
Just like right in the center of the room.
Okay, oh, this room.
Get-
yeah,
get-
okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. What do I need to roll?
Actually, right now, give me an investigation check.
You cut out. I heard give me a and then
Investigation check.
Alrighty, because we know I'm good at investigating.
You're the best around, bruh.
Yeah, it's like the floor definitely seems to sag when you step on it.
I want to see what you guys are looking at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's like staring at a spot on the floor that Roldar heard like kind of creak and like sag.
Rasham's
Why
like
is
in his
everyone
head
looking
is
there?
like, I don't get it. I just want to be cool.
So, Alexis, what are we looking at?
You're asking me?
A Roldar. Someone with intelligence.
Hey.
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% sure, but it's something underneath the church.
May I try to investigate?
Sure.
Not that it'll matter. Nope. Maybe.
Yeah, no, that'll do it. Because you guys are like kind of concentrating on this area. It definitely seems like there's some sort of trap door in the floor. It's not like an even like square or anything. It's like kind of designed to like blend in with the floorboards. But as everybody's staring at this, I mean, you can kind of like make out the shape. Yeah, it wasn't a particularly hard DC since you guys are all concentrating on the area.
Well,
Anybody have an axe?
that's all we gotta do is work, buddy. Jump up and down and act like it's a trampoline.
I don't want to fall through. But I think instead of doing that, do I see anything I could pick up to like bash it with?
There's a body.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Something a little less, something a little bit more appropriate.
there's a body, there's a chair, like in the other room.
I'll take the chair from the other room.
Yeah, and there's your like weapons and stuff, but
Yeah, it's like I feel like the sword would slash and it wouldn't really bash it open. So I think I'll take that chair from the other room.
okay.
Yeah, we can use Alabaxis.
So I'll get it and then I'll swing at the spot on the floor.
Okay. All right, so you swing at the spot on the floor. Give me a strength check.
Oh, it's gonna blow the floor off.
Yep, this is my best stat. Let's see how this is.
We're in the sewer.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so you hit the floor with the chair, and I mean, like nothing happens aside from like dust like flies up. I mean, you hit it pretty hard, but yeah, I mean, just some dust. The shelves rattle a little. The vials on the shelves rattle a little.
Drazda tried to pick up the floorboard, didn't he?
No, I picked up a chair and then tried to.
No, Drazda.
No, I didn't do nothing. I didn't want to go flying to the floor.
Could I try like lifting the floorboard myself with the tip of the spear thing I have, the Kwando?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you stick it like in one of these edges, and
yeah.
Sure enough, it like kind of like pops up.
Do you need me to roll anything?
No, you just you pry up the these floorboards, and sure enough, like as I said, it's not like a neat square. It's it seems to be like a trap door made of like different lengths of floorboard to like better sort of hide them. Whoever it was that was hiding this probably didn't expect like so many people to come into this room at the same time. There is a ladder leading down into the dark underneath the floorboards.
I'm gonna throw a torch down, see if we can see something.
Sure.
Okay, is there anything of interest? Or how?
Yeah, the ladder descends about 20 feet into a stone room with a stone floor.
Okay. What did I say? You guys want to go down?
Down we go.
Let's do it.
Well,
Yep.
the rat here. The rat thought there was something down there, so I don't see why not.
Sounds good. I'm gonna be the first one down the ladder.
I'll be second.
I'll be third.
I'll be last.
Okay. But you're all going down?
Yes.
Okay.
First thing I'm gonna do is pick up my torch.
All right, let me move you guys.
I'm claustrophobic. Ah! Get out of my room! You're taking my air.
I cough.
Ah, there's polluted.
Oh, the corona, it's here.
Oh God. Oh fuck this room. Oh my God. This
Oh,
is...
that's not what I meant to do.
I'm so
Damn, he's big.
It's
Not
a giant evil
Not what I'm trying
Rodar.
to do. Okay.
Oh God, I don't think we're ready for this one.
All right,
Or
so
Sean, I didn't know you used one of your cards.
yeah, he got
Oh,
that
what'd you say?
that D6 before.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so yeah,
I mean, we can't hold any more than 2 anyway.
5.
5.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
hold
5.
5. Yep.
I thought it was 2.
So you're in this like stone room, and there is a door to the south.
Are we in the dark?
Yes, unless you can see.
I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
I got me a torch.
Yeah, I mean torches are lit and stuff, so everybody can see. Like even if you don't have dark vision.
I got a black screen.
Same.
Oh.
Go to the right.
Yeah, it's only in the top right corner.
Oh, let me.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Let me ping you guys there.
Oh, okay, sounds good. I
Okay.
was like, I don't see squat.
Yeah, my bad. I should have thought of that.
From the previous battle, they are blind.
I mean, honestly, if any of the characters should be, I'd say mine would have a legitimate excuse.
That's fair.
So, everyone, shall we go through the door?
Yes.
All these underground passages. Well, be careful.
So, I try to open the door.
Yeah, the door opens fairly easily. It opens into a small hallway. There's a door at the south, and there is a door here. It's just made of like bars. It is locked, but it is barred. Yeah, so it's like almost like a cell door, but not quite. Just like maybe like a protective kind of door. Looking down the corridor, there's another barred door at the end. There is a statue. And
no, Vexus just slips through the bars.
And there are like don't go through the bars. And there are definitely candles like lit, like you can see the flickering candles in the room where the statue is.
Oh, so we can see through them, but we can't go through them.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well, looks like we're gonna need to find a key, guys.
So, the next door, my friend. Let's open it. And
Alrighty.
does this door open as well?
This door does appear to be locked. Well, there's a lock on it.
Roldar, are you good with picking locks?
No. I'll try it. Sure.
Do we still have the key that we used to open the door that opened the first door? Because maybe it'll open it.
I can try it. Yeah, doing it. I remember if I probably.
So you're gonna try that key?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
It does not open the door.
Okay. Gonna keep making it, and I'm gonna try it. Lock pick the door open.
Sure.
Let's see. Put some red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's. You're not good with these lock picks. It's definitely like a very specialized kind of thing. So I mean, you feel like you might be able to get lucky, or if you spent a lot of time trying to learn how to use them, like you'd be able to use them. Especially after your first like really good roll, or even though it wasn't successful, you kind of got the hang of it. But so yeah, it's like there's definitely like some trick to things that you're not picking up on at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have the key from before that we used to get into the initial room?
Already tried it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I zoned out.
If anybody has strong enough a strength check, I guess you could try to break the door down.
I mean, Rasham could always attempt that.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Alrighty.
Well, fuck.
Womp womp.
So you throw your shoulder into the door, and the door shudders in its frame, but it does not open.
What's the door made out of?
It appears to be made out of very thick good wood, like oak.
So we could chop the door down?
You could definitely try to start hacking away at the door.
We could The Shining this thing?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let's shining this.
Shining at somebody who has a sword.
I have a sword.
Actually, I got an axe. I can axe the door.
I have a
Hey, that's more
crowbar on me.
appropriate.
I mean, how long would that take?
If it's a standard, solid, thick oak door, I'd say it would probably take maybe you think like 5 minutes, unless you got like really lucky.
Okay, yeah. I think you want.
Oh, let's do it.
Time as a short rest, but it's not enough time.
Oh, well. Here you go. I'll axe the door. I'm gonna hand axe the door.
Okay.
Here's Drozda.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll on that door.
An attack roll on the
Yeah.
door. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, you definitely do some damage to that door.
Boop. Yeah.
And not a lot, but You do some.
Wow.
It certainly gets stuck on the door.
Ah.
Can I take my great axe to it?
Sure.
I hit it with my great axe.
Yeah, so you hit the door with your great axe, but like, yeah, it doesn't appear to do any damage this time around. Do you guys just want to like hack at the door for a while with your weapons?
Yep. Let's
Yeah.
hack at the door.
Okay, so we'll
Sam
go
will
ahead.
take a swing.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I just want to see for the hell of it.
Can I use this time as a short rest?
That would be like an hour. Oh
Wow, I got a
no.
crit one.
Yeah.
Think how this goes.
So, Brasham, you wind up hitting the wall next to the door. Slightly bending the tip of your sword.
Yeah, I figured.
The sword you just got fixed.
No, I'm using a different sword now.
Oh no.
It's very nice too. Visually.
Was nice.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're not trying to get lucky, yeah, like after about like 5 to 10 minutes, you guys could eventually break this door down. Yeah, Roldar, unfortunately, not enough time to take a short rest, but
Yeah, that's fine.
you guys want to just break this door down?
Yeah.
Let's break the door down.
All right, so you guys start
We can
hacking
just
away at
take
the door. Yeah, taking shifts and stuff, and eventually, like you bust the door open enough, like you've broken the lock mechanism, and the door actually just kind of like swings open, like with the next hit after that lock mechanism breaks. It appears to be some sort of study.
I like studies. Oh, it is a study.
There are books. There is a desk with some books on it. The book that is open shows the phases of the moons. There are 3 moons in this world, also.
Oh, nice.
Perfectly designed. I think it was in the notes, but I haven't really talked about it anymore. But yeah, it's like I've perfectly designed the year so like one of the moons like goes through its cycle like every 7 days, one every 28 days, and one goes through the cycle like once a year. So it's like just
Nice.
someone designed this world perfectly to where the calendar just like works out awesome.
Nice.
So, can I, what check would I need to know if I was familiar with the book?
You could give me like a history check.
History.
You're not necessarily familiar with this particular book, but I would say that especially as a druid, it definitely is discussing like it's about like different phases of the moons, and there seems to be a lot of whether or not it's true, a lot of information on like what different phases of the moons like what they influence. So almost like astrology and a horoscope based on the moons.
Interesting.
Could I look around the desk or table that's there with all the books and stuff? See if I find anything.
Yeah, are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just kind of like poking about?
Something that stands out. Perhaps a key.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. Give me a blind roll for this investigation check.
Investigation, right?
Yeah, a blind roll. No.
Oh.
Give me a blind roll. Yeah.
I have
That was a good roll.
investigation. I know.
That was a good roll.
Okay.
Don't go with the show, be dancing
Okay.
like a stripper.
So nothing like stands out like in particular. Like there's nothing you wouldn't expect to find in this room. What you do notice though is that a lot of these are religious texts based on the like all sorts of like different gods, but most of the books, man, I have no idea how to pronounce her name, but Sehanine, Senine, Sanine. Let's call her Senine, who is the goddess of the moon. And if I don't know if anybody's watching now or will watch later, and you know how to pronounce her name, like let me know. She is one of the gods of the Dawnmore deities, which was the pantheon that they used in 4E, and I really like this pantheon. So a lot of the books seem to be based on this moon goddess, and mostly just sort of like religious texts. Again, draws to the book that's open, like Alabax's. That's what you're seeing on the shelves. Draws to, again, this is like that kind of like jives with what you're looking at here. This like astrology sort of book.
I have a history proficiency, or if I have a bonus on it, is there anything I could do with that?
I mean, you could give me a history check, sure.
Regular or blind?
You can give me a regular history check. But what is it you're trying to figure out, like exactly?
Oh no, not just see if there's anything that stands out of the book, because I didn't get to see it. I just see that there's a book.
Okay.
So I go up to it, see if I can decipher anything, or just see anything stands out.
I mean, not really books. I mean, I would say that with that check, I mean, you're definitely familiar with them. You know that like these are definitely, religious texts. You know that Senine, let's call her Senine, Sehanine.
I looked up how to pronounce it actually.
What is it?
It's Sehanine.
Sehanine. Okay, so you know that Sehanine is a she's a goddess of trickery. She's the goddess of the moon. She is I mean, like your character wouldn't know this necessarily. This is like a metagamey kind of thing. She's a chaotic good moon goddess. And you know that I would say with that history check too, you know that she is definitely worshipped by good aligned lycanthropes. And I mean, all lycanthropes like ask for her favor, but they might not necessarily worship her. They might just like invoke her name if they wanted like good moon conditions for their creepitudes.
Right. Oh. Okay.
Let me scroll the map down there.
Hey, Reladar, can I bum the key for a minute?
Yeah, sure thing. Can I give him the key?
I have an idea. I want to try to use the key on this gate.
Sure. So you try to use the key on the gate. The key does not fit in the keyhole, but as you're attempting to do that, you find that the door is like the gate's not even locked at this point.
Well.
No, so I can just go in?
Yeah. Like, yeah, you're like kind of like pushing the key against the keyhole, seeing if it'll fit, and like the gate just like.
Nice. Discoveries! Alright, well, let's go and check the other one.
It's also open. There are candles burnt down very low, and there is a statue of. One more time, the pronunciation of her name. I should write it out phonetically.
It's Sehanine.
Sehanine.
Yeah.
Sehanine. It's definitely a statue of Sehanine below this like church of Palor, the sun god. And
let's investigate the room. Do I need to do a blind roll?
Yeah, give me a blind investigation check. Okay, so again, like there's a lot of candles that are burnt down. You do notice like the ones that haven't burnt down as much. There do seem to be like the remnants, like the lower half of like crescent moons in the candles. They're definitely like sort of silvery. The statue itself almost seems to like faintly glow, like a moonish kind of glow. And in the center of like where her heart would be, like well, the middle of her chest, there is a small like socket, like something used to be inserted there, and it is not currently.
What would the shape of the socket be?
Almost like a teardrop shape, like probably like no more than like an inch and a half from top to bottom, and like let's call it like 3/4 of an inch at its widest point. So definitely like some sort of teardrop shape. Kind of like that. I drew it in the room back there.
Guys, a blood sigil appeared over here.
So, there appears to be something missing from this statue. I know when we were in the first room, other than the door we went through, there was a door on the opposite side. I guess we could check that room.
Yeah.
But more teardroppy.
It's blade. That's the only idea I got.
Yeah, that's true.
So the sun god is above, and the moon god is below.
This is gonna sound weird. Going back to the statue,
Mm-hmm.
you said this one wasn't holding something where the other one was? Or what was it exactly again? Sorry.
You lost me.
Talking about how something was different about this one as compared to the other, or something like it was missing something, or
Yeah, there's like there's like a small cavity in the chest of the statue, and it's like a teardrop shaped like kind of cavity. Like there used to be something in there that's not in there now.
I gotcha.
I don't think I actually lit up my torch because it seems to be dependent on somebody else's torch or light source. But oh well.
It's okay, that's your character's creepiness. They just sit there and they see the mask glowing in the dark behind them.
True. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so unfortunately, this will probably be a good place to end it tonight. If you guys want to continue to explore this this place next week, I mean, there's not going to be like any sort of like combat down here or anything. There's just a lot of books and stuff. So what I will tell you is that defeating the dudes up above and those guys last week and figuring some stuff out here, you guys have made 3rd level.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it will now be a little harder to kill you guys.
Yeah.
And it'll be
and we'll kill more with style.
Yeah.
We haven't died yet. Yeah.
So do you guys have any idea, like have you looked into, those of you who can choose things for your at 3rd level, have you looked into that?
I'm gonna be a hunter.
Nice.
I don't know what I do with 3rd level, so.
Neither.
How do I bring up the leveling thing?
Yeah, if you want, you can.
About a few of mine.
Yeah, you can go into the Character Mancer if you wanted to now. Sure.
Can we do the level now?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do we do that?
All right, so on the character sheet, if you click on the gear icon, and then there'll be the thing that says Character Mancer level up. Don't do the one for 1st level because that'll just like wipe out your character sheet.
Where's Character Mancer? Sorry.
Lower right hand side after you hit the settings cog.
Oh,
Yeah.
so launch level plus character mancer,
Yeah, that's it.
or the first one?
No, yeah, launch level plus.
Uh,
Yeah, don't do the first one.
Eventually,
I
I will
see
figure
the-
this out.
I see the cog, but I don't see that option.
It's at the bottom of the right side.
Is it the cog or is it the one beside the cog?
You click on the cog, then scroll, then go down.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, launch level plus character mancer.
Okay, I gotta look and figure out which one of these I want. I know I was looking at two of them pretty hard.
Launch level plus. Where are you? Am I stupid? I feel like it.
So you're looking at the sheet settings right now?
Yeah, I'm in the sheet settings. Yeah,
Um,
settings.
Yeah, right hand side all the way at the bottom.
What's average for health again?
I just have character avatars at the very bottom for game settings. Am I doing something wrong?
So you see where it says core bio spells, and then there's the cog. You see that, right? Or no?
I have journal compendium jukebox.
in the,
Oh, you have to.
Oh
Open
no,
your
on
character
yeah,
sheet.
on the character sheet.
Oh, the gear on the character. Oh my.
I'm sorry.
dumbass. Okay.
Who is
So it'd be
asking what
launch
the
level plus character mancer, not launch level 1?
Yes, launch
Right.
level plus.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so Justin, the average, if you rolled under, which you did by 1, yeah, it would be that 6. Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, I get to keep my roll, right?
Yes.
Sacred.
So what did I roll?
So that'll be, you'll take the average as well, Drosta, because I think the average for a druid is 5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Multi-class. So under the first one, I just pick hit points, right? Then I go to features after level.
Yes.
Guess they'll tell me I did something wrong otherwise.
So where do you find out what these oaths are?
I just looked up my class and then just been looking at the class information to see what my subversions are.
Oh, cool! The little exclamation point does stuff. Sweet.
Yeah, it'll give you the, yep.
It's like I think I had what I wanted to do figured out the other week, but I'm rereading things to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
So for monastic,
Ooh, I can speak with animals. I could do what Drasta does.
Oh, it's doing the thing where it makes sure it's telling me I have 21 of 6 spells chosen.
Oh shit again.
Yeah.
for the monastic tradition, there's only way of the open hand available. Is that intended, or
No, absolutely not. Let me take a look at your character sheet.
So Michael, it means that you have access to all of the spells. You can change them every time after every long rest, but you can have 6 spells ready each day.
Oh, so I have all the level 2 spells as well now?
Yep.
Oh, I've been unchecking things to do this, and it tells me that I can't check them back.
No. When I was a druid, there was the Catmus was not a thing still yet, so.
I done goofed.
Alrighty.
So
I think I'm ready.
when I use your drop down, Diego, I'm personally seeing all of the monastic
Oh, you are?
traditions. Yeah, Way of the Shadow, Way of the Drunken Master, 4 Elements, Kensai, Open Hand, and Sun Soul.
let me close it and reopen it, see if that does anything. Because I'm only seeing choose and then way of the hand, and I can't scroll anywhere.
You have to click it though, I think.
So
it's a drop down menu.
Yeah.
if I
No,
click
I know.
cancel,
I
can
did.
I just redo this?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I think I messed up something in the character mancer. Oh, because my character mancer's frozen. That's what's going on.
That does happen from time to time.
It's all good.
Okay, now how do I get to the character mancer again?
On the character sheet, next to spells, click the cog, and then it's at the bottom of the lower right.
Okay, so I was on the right.
Yeah, what the heck? Try this. See if that does anything. Oh, it's asking me to re-sign in. Okay.
I went to spell page and you said bottom of lower right.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I'm not seeing nothing down there.
Here, I click the cog for you, and then down at the bottom, launch level plus character mancer.
Oh, yeah,
so
I
it's,
see it.
so is how this is going is I have all these spells I can choose from, and now these are all the spells that I can pick between pretty much going into places. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, between long rests, like you can choose up to however many spells it'll let you choose. But yeah, you have access to all of the like second level druid spells now.
Hey, you said if a roll doesn't do good, we go with the average HP, right?
That's right.
So, Michael, I'm gonna suggest you a spell. It's a first level spell, but it's really useful. I use it a lot when I'm root also. Detect magic. So detect magic is a ritual spell. So that means you don't need to use a spell slot when you're using it.
Oh.
Yeah, you just gotta like hang out for like 10 minutes and cast it.
Yeah.
So it's time consuming. You wouldn't be able to do it necessarily like, you can't do it on the fly, and you wouldn't be able to do it in combat. But yeah, if like you're in a place where you just want to detect magic and you have like some downtime. Like when you guys were like examining the room up above. Like you could have said like I'm going to take 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic, and yeah, wouldn't have used a spell slot.
Yeah. And it lasts I think 10 minutes something. Detect magic, so
Oh, my character mancer's freezing again.
Oh, I don't know which one to pick.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna
Also
go like the one
Conquest,
that's
also-
like more support. The one that's more support guardian. I think I'm gonna go ancestral guardian.
Cool.
So is Way of the Long Death available at higher levels? Or...
No, it should be available to you. It should be available to you now. Let me.
I like an additional rage a day. That's good.
Oh, thank God, divine health. I can't catch. I'm immune to disease.
Master 4 elements can say open hand console.
What does multi-class mean?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Way of the Long Death is not available in.
Oh, it's not?
No, and the reason it's not available is because it's from the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, which is not. Well, I mean, like you can definitely do it, but it's not available in the Character Mancer because, to the best of my knowledge, let me double check this. I don't think the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide is available as a book for Roll20 in the marketplace. I'm going to double check that really quick.
Okay.
But that would be why it doesn't come up in the Character Mancer or the Compendium. So we can work around that if you want to take Way of the Long Death. I can put it in there customly. But let me see if it's available in the marketplace. I don't think it is. But you're the first person that I can think of recently who's tried to do something from the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide.
well, if I remember correctly, when we did Alabaxis for y'all's campaign, I had to put everything. I put everything by hand.
Oh, yeah, you did. That is right. Yeah, cause I remember you telling me like these are the ones available, and then oh wait, it's not here. That's okay. Yeah, you spent a little while doing that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so that would probably be what you'd need to do again because yeah, it's definitely not
So if I were to play it,
lame.
what would I do to? I don't mind doing it, just as long as you give me the instructions.
So on features and traits, you click on the plus. Just copy and paste anything from D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So I just do I. Oh, features. Okay, so I leave my choose monastic tradition blank then, just as choose.
Crap, I don't remember what we did there.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Let me come back into the game.
There we go. I think I'm live.
Oh, that is freaking sick.
Oh, I don't know which one to pick. Shit.
Well, so yes, and you said it according to your backstory is that you broke the oath of Paladin, right?
Yeah.
If you want to go lore-wise, you can go to the Oathbreaker.
I saw one that pops up. I have both Conquest, Devotion, Redemption, Vengeance.
Okay, so we might need to add that also. Part because yeah, so let me go over here, Paladin. So the Oathbreaker, it gives you Hellish Rebuke and Inflict Wounds on 3rd level, which is amazing.
I'm messing with your sheet, Diego.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Once you get reach level 3, you get Control Undead, which is an action. The paladin targets one undead creature, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw, and a failed save, the target must obey the paladin's command for the next 24 hours. That's a channel divinity, I forgot. Also get Dreadful Aspect. Yeah, if that's an action, the paladin channels darkest emotions and focus them into burst magical menace. Each creature within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If it can see the paladin on a failed saving throw, the target is frightened from a paladin for a minute.
How much
You
does
get at
this
3rd level.
do?
Alright. Well, I was thinking Conquest because of like the win and fight. It's like I become a person where it's like I am going to be the one that's in charge. It's my way or nothing.
Oh, you get Armor of Agathis one. Okay.
From what I'm reading about it, it's like it's my way. It's like you will die, type of a thing. Since that sword has been tempting me that way, it seems kind of like a fitting path.
Okay. True.
Whoa. So which one of you do I like better? I kind of like the sounds of both of these better, but I can't figure out which one I want to do.
What?
Well, I always give me a damaging ability to go with all my healing stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of liking Flaming Spear and Moonbeam, but I don't know which one I want.
Well, that's cool.
I mean, Moonbeam will be really cool against Flagon trying to fight them.
Yeah, I was thinking Moonbeam, but I was like, I want to shoot fires or do I want to hit people with like Celestial Light? I think we're gonna hit people with Celestial Light.
Flame Spear, where it does a thing, you just put spear and it just slowly moves every turn. Or that, or you can get Flame Blade.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Moonbeam and Healing Spirit because Healing Spirit sounds pretty cool. It can move a little dude around those people. I like it.
But wait, now you can cure wounds and healing word at the 2nd level also.
What's up?
Now you can use cure wounds and healing word at 2nd level. Also, so.
Oh, nice.
So I recommend just keeping those two as healing.
No, I got Cure Wounds, Detect Magic, Fairy Fire, Healing Word, Healing Spirit, and Moonbeam.
Okay. You can also have like 5 first levels and 1 second level.
Because if I cast Fairy Fire, everything that's marked by Fairy Fire, you guys will all get advantage against what you attack.
That's correct. Or if you cast Fairy Fire and then you cast Healing Spirit because they're both concentration, the first concentration spell you did, you use will fizzle out. Just be aware of that.
What's going on again? Sorry.
So if you cast 2 concentration spells, which is Fairy Fire and Healing Spirit, I'm sorry. Once you cast, let's say you cast Fairy Fire first, then you cast Healing Wind. Fairy Fire will disappear because you can only concentrate on 1 spell at a time.
Oh, but I'm not using Healing Wind. I'm using Healing Spirit. Is that concentrated as well?
Healing Spirit, yeah. I was thinking Healing Spirit instead of Healing.
Oh, so they're both concentration, so I only can use one at a time.
Yeah, just be aware of that.
Okay.
Okay, Diego, I have updated your sheet with the Way of the Long Death stuff.
Yay!
Also, your regular monk ability at 3rd level, which is to deflect missiles.
Oh, sorry, you cut off. What's up?
Deflect missiles.
Yes, what about them?
You can do that at 3rd level now.
Oh, yeah. That's the only thing I acquire, right? Just deflect missiles?
Well, and also from the Way of the Long Death, the Touch of Death.
Oh, and the Touch of Death.
Yeah.
Right. Deflect missiles, Touch of Death, and an extra key point. Is that correct?
Yep.
Awesome.
And I've bumped up your hit points.
So basically, you just leveled it up for me.
Yes.
Okay. And it was 8 hit points or 8 plus 8 the HP thingy?
Oh, that's right. You rolled an 8.
Yes.
What did I use? I used a 5, so it'd be 3 more, so that'd be 27. So you have 27 hit points.
Woo.
Including your Constitution bonus.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I'm at 35.
All right, and at this point, I'm going to end the stream. I'll stick around for a little while longer, but I will end the stream. And next week we can discuss what other choices we have taken for a 3rd level. So anyone who's watching, thank you so much for watching. These dudes are now 3rd level, and we're going to figure out what's going on. Apparently, it's some sort of like lycanthrope business. Lycanthropes, man.
Good night.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you next Thursday. Ghostbusters tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Shrouds of Antonine around 10 on Saturday. And I'm not 100% that we will be back with Orphans and Owlbears this Sunday, but I am hoping so. I've got to find out. But night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty.